Okay, and after document 2, we got one more. So document 3 is about the 1944 GI Bill. Okay, and your question is, what were 2 effects of World War II and the GI Bill on African American veterans? Okay, so it's for Black veterans or former soldiers specifically. Okay, near the end of World War II in 1944, Congress passed the GI Bill. This law gave money for college tuition, home loans, a year of unemployment benefits, and medical care for veterans or former soldiers who fought in World War II. Though the GI Bill itself did not ban female or African American veterans from enjoying its benefits, discrimination often limited the GI Bill's benefits to only white men. The Veterans Administration, or VA, which was almost entirely white and largely pro-segregation, issued GI Bill benefits. VA job counselors frequently steered African American veterans who applied for college tuition benefits towards job training instead of university courses. For Black veterans who were able to use the money to apply to college, many colleges had limits on the number of Black students they would admit. As a result, most Black veterans chose to attend historically Black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, when possible, even if it meant waiting a year or more to join due to overcrowding. Furthermore, even though African American veterans were supposed to receive the same home loans as whites, they faced serious barriers to home ownership. As part of a policy called redlining, many banks refused to loan money to Blacks, even if they were veterans. Suburban neighborhoods often banned African American families from purchasing homes in their neighborhoods. As more and more white families moved to white picket fenced neighborhoods, Black citizens were confined to struggling inner cities, or stuck in struggling inner cities. Their frustration with being left out of these benefits would soon erupt or explode into the modern civil rights movement. Okay, so tell me 2 effects of World War II and the GI Bill on African American veterans. And then when you're done, there's just one final question. How do the changes to American society after World War II connect to our lives today? So what I want you to do for this one is to think, right, about the 3 documents you read, right? What's something from those documents that reminds you of something that, may still happen in the world today, or may be happening because of what happened, during the document. And I want you to explain how what you see today connects to one of those effects of World War II in the documents. Okay? In like 2 to 3 full sentences or more if you want. I've given you sentence starters on the side. Okay? And here's an example one that I did, right? In document 1, when I read about the discrimination that Japanese people faced for something, that wasn't actually their fault, it reminded me of issues that Chinese Americans face today with, discrimination they face after this whole coronavirus thing. So I said, one way that changes in American society in World War II connects to our lives today is that the U.S. still has many problems unfairly blaming immigrants for issues in our country and taking it out unfairly on U.S. citizens from other nations. For example, during World War II, many Americans took their anger out on Japanese Americans by forcing them into internment camps, even though many of these people were U.S. citizens and there was no evidence showing any of them were spies. Document 1. Japanese Americans faced a lot of discrimination during World War II, just like how many Americans today blame Chinese Americans for the coronavirus, when they have been living here for many years and had nothing to do with causing the virus. This type of reactionary discrimination is common in the U.S. So I made that connection between Japanese discrimination back then and Chinese discrimination today. You can do it, with the Japanese discrimination to another type of discrimination. You could do it with working women then and things that, working women today deal with. You could do it with racism in the military or in the government and racism in the military or government today, whatever connection you see. Okay? And if you need help, you know where to find me.